Hi, all. Good evening. Welcome to Bhavya's Arts Watercolor Painting Workshop. Whoever joined the workshop, kindly mention your name as well the place from where you are joining in the chat. Chat box is on. You can use chat box for your queries, and also it, in between, if you have any questions, if you want to ask anything, you can type in the chat. Kindly type your name and the place where you are joining from. Dinesh Rohit. Hi, Dinesh Rohit. Hi, Kashvi. How are you? Hi, Jasmeet. Hi, Saroj. Hi, Vijay Lakshmi. So be ready with your materials for today's workshop, watercolor painting workshop. We need watercolors, watercolor cakes, and brushes. Whatever brushes you have, you can use. Uh, Especially like round brushes is very much useful. But as of now, if you don't have, you use whatever brushes you have. Pencil, HB pencil. For minimal drawing, we will use HB pencil. And eraser. I'll be using molded eraser as well, normal eraser. Both the erasers I'll be using. If you have, you can use molded eraser. If you don't have, let it be. Use normal eraser. I'll show. This is the molded eraser where you can mold it into shapes. Okay. And this is the normal eraser where you can use directly. And why I'm not using, see, this eraser will produce more dust, which disturb our watercolor painting. And this eraser doesn't produce dust, and also it will take excess graphite lines. So better to use this. If you don't have, use this also. I'll show both of it while while doing or while drawing. So you might get a question that while drawing, if we did any wrong, we can, how many times can I use eraser? You can use a number of times, not a problem. Okay, while drawing, you can use eraser. It's not a big problem or not a mistake. Okay, but while using eraser, don't put pressure, too much pressure on the paper. Okay, because from the paper, the dust will come out as well. The eraser dust will also be there. Okay, when you apply color, watercolor, that dust will disturb the artwork. Okay, so watercolors, how these are the watercolors I am using. These are watercolor cakes. Okay, if you don't have this, if you have tubed watercolors, so few persons will be having like this colors, tubed watercolors. Okay, you can use both of it, but while taking color from the tube, you need to take very little, like a drop, tiny drop you need to take, and mix the water. Okay, so these are the watercolors I'll be using. And color palette, I am not taking the palettes. I'll be using this surface as a color palette. Okay, so if you open the box, the plate which is above that we can use as color palette, or else if you have any steel plate, you can use that also. Okay, so color palette should be like even surface. Okay, so that the color, while mixing color with water, it will be easy to apply. Okay. And you can use tissue paper for wiping brushes. I am now only showing how to wipe brush. See, head of your this is the head of your brush. Okay, this is called head, and this is called tip of the brush. Okay, and this in the head of the brush there will be hair. Okay, this is synthetic brush only. So while wiping, see here, you need to hold tissue like this with one hand and another hand brush. Put like this and fold the tissue and take out the brush. This is the process how you clean or wipe the brush. Okay, always keep this tissue paper under the watercolor cakes so that while if you take any excess color, you can remove with the tissue paper. If you are using cloth, that is also same process. Try to fold even cloth into 4 parts. Okay, so that is about tissue paper and wiping brushes. Mostly I'll be using brush number 8. I'm using mop brush number 8. Okay, so this is mop brush where I can specially designed for watercolor painting, and mop brush number 4 and mop brush number 2 and 1. These are the brushes I'll be using. This is round brush number 6. Round brush number 6. Okay. So if you don't have all of this, not a problem. With one brush, you can make an artwork. Okay. And for flat brushes, I'll be using this brush, this type of brush, and also this brush. Okay. So these are about flat brushes and round brush as well. More brushes. Okay. So this is 7.6 centimeter brush. So you need to measure this head part and we'll be giving centimeters. Okay, this is very useful. This type of brush is very useful for watercolor painting. Okay, these are about brushes, watercolor cakes, tissue paper, how to wipe the brush, and the types of eraser. Last thing is this pencil I'm using, which is having sharp edge, sharp blade. Okay, so try to sharp it now. Use sharpener and sharp it. Okay, now we will start the class. I'll show the reference image now. So on your screens. So this is the reference image which we are going to do now. This is an watercolor artwork. Okay. So here, if you see, what are the things we need to observe before drawing or painting anything? Okay. So first of all, I'll show how to see the horizon line. Horizon line is also called as eye level line, where you need to imagine, like you are you are here. Okay, you are at this place and you are observing the forest which is having waterfall. So here what are the subjects we can see? Forest with greenery. Okay, and sky with blue, clear sky. And the next subject is stones or rocks, hills with different colors which is having shadows and highlights, and the waterfall. Okay, these are the subjects in this reference image. Okay, now when I am observing this subjects, I need to measure the my eye level point. So this is the eye level point. This horizon line is the eye level point for in my perspective. Okay, and I'll give, to make it more appealing, I'll give one more vertical line, that is like this. and I can give a vanishing point in the intersection way. Actually, we are not getting deeper into the perspective thinking and all. I'm just giving imaginary grid lines. Okay, so this is the thing which we need to understand. Beyond this eye level point, anything which is visible would not be clear to our human vision. Okay, our human vision can see at certain level only. Beyond that, we can't see. So that level point is called horizon line. Okay, so down to the horizon line, we can observe things, subject which is not that much clear, but yes, we can see the proper definition or angles for the subject. Above the horizon line, whatever we see, it will be like clumsy. We feel like the sky and earth is joining at that point. Like that, we'll see. Okay. So, in watercolor painting, what we will do, we are not going to give definite structures and all. We will make some lines, curves, and while with the help of loose paint, we will make it out. So this is about the reference image. I think everyone is having reference image. We have already shared in our class group. So kindly check it out. Now I am going to stop this screen. We will get into the actual thing. So to paint this artwork, I am using 300 GSM paper. This is 300 GSM paper, which is cold pressed paper. I am specially using cold pressed paper because it will be having rough surface. When I put watercolor, when I mix color with water, when I apply that on the paper, that color should retain. Okay. So because of that reason, I am using 300 GSM paper. Okay. Yes. And I am using A3 size paper. If you have A3 size, use A3 size. If you don't have A3 size, use A4 size. Even A5 size is also good. Okay. Whatever size paper you have, use that. Okay. Now, take scale. I am using 30 centimeter scale. Take 30 centimeter scale. Sudarshan, hi Sudarshan, how are you? And draw horizontal line in the middle of the paper. See, before that, I forgot one more step that you need to stick the paper to plank on all four sides. Okay. See, optional thing, you can draw the border line like this, how I did. If you want to avoid, you can avoid it. Okay. Because I am using A3 size paper, I have drawn this one. If you are using A4 or A5 size, don't draw that. Okay. Now I am going to draw horizontal line in the middle of the paper, like approximate middle, not exactly. Okay. So I'll little bit increase above the middle point. Okay. And I'll draw one horizontal line. Okay. After that, I'll draw one vertical line. Need not to be exact. Okay. Just a line. You can use scale or you can make it out with the freehand. Any way you can do. Okay. Yes. Everyone draw this. After this, above the horizontal line, that is origin line, we will start drawing So you can hold pencil like this or you can hold pencil like this. Any way you can hold HB pencil. Hi, hi all. So many of you have joined from different places. Everyone, hi all. Warm welcome to Bhavya Arts. Now we will start, okay? So I think you might have drawn this lines. Ready, everyone? Type yes in the chat so that we will get into the drawing part. If you have completed sticking paper and drawing lines, type yes in the chat. Everyone should type whoever joined so that I can know that you are following the class. Okay? Then I will start the class. Okay. Now above the horizon line. See, I will be drawing dark lines. But when you are drawing on your paper, draw it very light. You need to draw very light. Don't draw it dark. Okay. Yes, I'm drawing rock structures. You need to observe the rock structures. Okay. Because here waterfall definition subject is there. So you need to understand how to draw the waterfall structure. So till here everyone draw. And once it is finished, let me know. Done, everyone? Completed? So next half I am doing. So these are the rock shapes above the horizon line. I will be drawing. Whoever joined now, just follow what I'm doing. Just take the reference image which we have shared in our group. Okay, keep it in front of you and start with drawing rocks. I think I have drawn all the things. See, always remember whatever reference image you take, okay, directly don't get into the realistic way of approach, painting and all, okay. You take scope of adding your own ideas to the artwork, okay. You develop your own way of learning, okay. Don't always do exact what you are looking, okay, because we are doing landscape which is nature's one. Every time nature will be changing, right? So like that you need to take scope of that, and you need to put your own ideas, try to add your ideas and develop. Just take reference image as inspiration, okay, because you are not sitting in the street and you are not drawing, you are not able to do that. Instead of doing that, we are taking reference image and we are keeping in front of, we are sitting in front of the reference image and we are imagining, we are adding our imagination, little bit of our imagination of our own touch to the artwork. So never ever, starting days, never ever do the copy work exactly, not needed. Okay. I'm just marking the outer line shape, okay, so that I don't miss for painting sky and all. So I'll just marking little bit shape like this. Okay. So when we see this here, the sky should come. Okay. Mhm. Okay, so enough. This drawing is done. So we'll start with painting. I'll do little horizontal markings so that the water flow is there, no? That we need to make it like this. So till here, if you have completed, just let me know. Now I'll use molded eraser to erase the vertical line. Horizontal line, let it be. Vertical line, you can erase. Yeah. Now I'll just roll the molded eraser on the lines like this. So the excess of line darkness will come out. Okay, it will become light. Minus. Okay. I think everyone has completed. Type yes if you have completed. Type yes in the chat if you have completed. Okay. Now I am taking clear water. I'll be using brush number, mop brush number 2, and I'll take clear water and tissue. Now I'll clean. Before starting any painting, you need to clean the brush properly so that where if any color out there, okay, it will come out. Now for rocks, I'll start with rocks. First, I'll take light brown color, take yellow ochre. I said if you don't have eraser, molded eraser, you can use normal eraser. Okay. Yeah. And little bit of brown color and little bit of sky blue color. Okay. So once you have taken that colors into your palette, this I'll show. Taken to your palette, clean your brush and wipe with the tissue paper. Yes, you need to wipe. Add water. Now start adding water. Each and every rock you need to add water like this. And add light brown. You need to leave little white spaces and blue color as well, brown color. Okay. Now take little bit of white color. Here you add white. Take little bit of white and then little bit of brown color like this. Okay. And then brown color, deep color like this. Need to add. Okay, same process. First take white color to this here and add brown color, that is burnt sienna. Move it down like this. Okay. And wipe your brush. Take blue color, any blue you can take. Okay. And just little drop line. Okay, like that. Now clean the brush. Wipe the brush. Now take chocolate brown, dark brown. Okay. And here dark deep brown like this. Okay. After that, never leave the sharp edges. Okay. If you leave the sharp edges, that is also fine. But try not to keep sharp edges. Okay. And a little bit of emerald green like this. Okay. Clean the brush. Little bit of yellow ochre. So here light color should be visible because light rays are falling on the rocks. So light color is visible. Lighter form color like this you need to add completely. After adding, just take little bit of water and loosen this and then take little bit of dark or deep brown and wherever the darker values are there, you need to add like this. Okay, so when you have added darker brown, take little bit of blue and add blue like this. So backside of the rock, there will be light rays won't touch, right? Like that. Now take brown color, dark brown or deep brown. Here you need to add deep brown here. Okay, and clean your brush properly now and add a lighter color little more so that the sharp edge will be smudged properly. Okay, so this is one more. Now take same color ochre, yellow ochre. And here you just add yellow ochre like this. Here also. This. After that, little bit of brown. See, when yellow is touched with blue, it will turn to green. So we don't want green. So to avoid that, we will use little bit of brown first, so that it will turn to little bit deep color. Yeah, I'll wait like this. And little bit of blue. See, when rocks are near to the water, they few rocks will look slippery or something like that. So because of that, I am using dark blue. Okay, till here everyone do. Mm. Okay. Okay. Now I'll take same colors. Okay. I'll start with blue. Okay. And I'll make dark blue here. So for complete artwork, usually we can use uh, one brush is enough. Okay, not needed of all the brushes. If you have mastered on brush holding and all, one brush is enough. So just I'm adding yellow ochre to it. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll take brown. So here it is little bit dry. So never ever keep on doing the detailings. Don't do detailings first. You just put colors, whatever you see, you put colors first. Okay. Detailings and all will come at the end. Don't run after detailing works and all. Okay. Now take a little bit of yellow ochre. and little bit of if scarlet red. Okay, take a little bit of yellow ochre here. Okay. Now I'll take yellow ochre. I'll mix little bit of brown burnt sienna. So I'm leaving small spaces, white spaces for the highlight value. To show the highlight value, I'm leaving like that. Yeah. Okay. So after that, I'll take yellow ochre. I'll mix it with white, little bit of white, so that here I can apply the like this. Yellow ochre mixed with white, and then I'll take brown. Here, anyhow, the light won't be there, so it will look dark only. To show the darkness, I'll be using burnt umber. You can do one thing if you don't have burnt umber, you can mix light brown with black color. Now, once it is done, it will take burnt umber. So, wherever the shadow values are visible, there I will apply now. Applying shadow values are very important in this. So the value scale we have done, that is wherever the highlights we have there and all, we did the highlights. And wherever the mid values are there and all, we did the mid values. Instead of leaving white spaces, I prefer to add mix of yellow ochre with white. Okay, so you can also make experiment like that. If you don't want to have the colors directly, you can always mix the colors. Now I will use blue color. Before that, what I'll do, I'll apply little bit of water. Yes. And here I'll apply little bit of dark blue. Okay. Now, very important step. I am moving. I think everyone has finished. So the important step is I'll take white paint, white color, and I'll add like this. Okay, to get the value scale. And now I'm going to the next step where I'll take yellow ochre and I'll add like this. Okay. Now I'll take little bit of dark brown. I'll add dark brown here. After adding dark brown, I'll take tissue. I'll lift little bit of color, dark brown color. So I need dark brown should be visible as well. It should not be more. Okay. Because of that, I have used color lifting technique. Now I'll mix burnt sienna with Persian blue or Curlon blue. Both the blues you can use. Any type of blue you can use. And just draw a line like this. Okay. So after doing this, it's very simple now. Take blue, take blue, sky blue, and add emerald green. You will get little bit of color like aqua green. So you just add aqua green like this. First add color. Okay. After that we can do the detailing part. Now take green, emerald green, and like this. Okay. After that, yeah, till here everyone do. I'll take brush number 6. round brush I am taking now. Take blue, aqua blue. In blue also we'll get aqua blue. To that add little bit of white. Okay. So blue should not be visible more. So to make lines, I'll use this color like this. Very smooth lines you need to make it up. First lines. It shows the waterfalls are coming upwards like this. Okay. So that are the lines you need to make it out. After that, take little bit of yellow ochre and mix it with little bit of blue for each and every line from downside up like this. You need to add water lines. Okay. Now, once it is done, clean the brush and then with clear water, move upside down. Even on the yellow ochre, we have applied yellow ochre, right? That also you need to move the color. Okay. So once it is done, you need to take blue. See each and every step how you are taking that important. It is important. So here, that is you need to make so that there will be some value scale which is showing that water is coming from back side of the rock. Okay. Now I'll take little bit of greens. Okay. And I'll add like this. So this should be in horizontal way. Yes. Water always need not to be blue. Okay. Can make it like this. Now take mix dark brown with blue. Here between the rocks, you just give one dark linings, dark strokes like this. Like this. Okay. So that it will add little more value scale to it. Now take blue and add little bit of white to it. Same thing you need to add. First, you need to add lines. Always remember, add lines properly and smudge it properly. Okay. So till here, everyone do. Okay. Till here, everyone do. Once it is finished, type in the chat. Yes, completed. Okay. Do it. Completed, everyone? So once it is completed, we will take light green, that is emerald green, and from here see, water effect is very very easy. Where the brush, how you are holding, and how are the strokes you are giving, that will define the subject called water, like this. So at this stage, it will be having reflections of trees and trees. Okay. And shadow reflections there will be. So because it's a forest theme, so there will be some reflections of leaves like that. So here I am using aqua green. Aqua green we will get by mixing cobalt blue hue with, that is sky blue with light green. Okay. Now I'll use little bit of gombange hue, very little, and I'll use little bit of red, which should be the reflection of sky. Good. Now I'll use little bit of dark green, which should be the reflection of trees. Okay. So here value scale is very important. So tree reflection we are doing here. Afterwards, we'll do bit of dark value for the rock as well. The aqua blue I'm using. You can use wet on wet technique as well, wet on dry technique. Okay, any type of technique you can use. So I'm using, sometimes I'm using wet on wet as well, wet on dry. See, now the lines are very sharp. So I'll make little more detailing so that I can make little. So inside the waterfall, there will be some reflections of rocks, trees. Okay, all these things you need to remember. Now I'll clean the brush properly and I'll move brush on top of this. Yes, I am drawing on A3 size only. I'm using A3 size paper. Okay, so I think you have joined very late. Starting in the starting class, I said, when we are starting the class, I said, if you don't have A3 size, use A4. Understood? I think your question is cleared now. Okay. Now here at the edges of the rocks, you need to give little bit of darker value where sunlight won't be there. So the here we will see the value scale under the rocks. Though the water is there, but even though water is there, there should be darkness. This is the waterfalls. And now I'll take little bit of blue. So before it get dry, I'll apply blue here. Like this. Okay. Now this part is dried. So here I'll apply white dots. Like this. Though it may not be visible completely, but what happens, it will add little bit of value to the waterfalls. Okay. Now I'll use very light layer of yellow ochre. Don't use too much. At this stage, you should be very much careful of using yellow ochre. Okay. And I'll use little bit of white like this on the sides. Okay. Now on the green aqua green we have done, no? There I'll add little bit of lines for the ripples. And I'll take little bit of brown. And here I'll add, thank you. Thank you. Here I am adding little bit of shadow value. Okay. Now I'll take white. I'll drop white dots like this, not exact completely. Okay. To get that fog effect. Fog effect, you need to drop the lines. So at down, you just add lines. It should show the uh, reflections. Okay. So I'll take blue, and wherever the depths for the rocks is needed, there and all I'll be adding the depth. You can leave it like that, not a problem, or if you want to add, you can add. So whenever you are adding, you need to add completely properly. Okay. Mm. Now I'll take emerald green and I'll add emerald green like this. Completely I'll add. And little bit of yellow, lemon yellow. Little bit of white. White, if you add, it will give the value scale measurements. Okay. So now I'll take green, and I don't want complete color green. So I'll add like this. Quick strokes with brush. And I'll take lemon yellow. So for the perspective, to get that perspective, I'll be adding lemon yellow. So when it came down, at the down part, there will be some darkness, dark green. Okay, when we raise our head and when we see upside, we'll see the lighter values. Okay, when we see it deeply, we can observe the darker tones also. Okay, quick brush strokes you need to add here. So we have drawn some tree structures, that's fine. It's okay. On top of that, you can add the colors. So here I'm adding loose painting technique. So when you see the reference image, it is looking very light. So we added dark, strong colors to it, but following the value scale. Okay. I want to make it little more colorful compared to the reference image. So I added little more colors. So once you have finished the artwork, you just take picture and send it to my WhatsApp number. Let me see how you also did and how much you learned. Okay, don't forget. So everyone are following the class. Just type yes in the chat. Now with the green. And so be attentive, be active in the class. Use the chat box. When I'm asking any question, just type in the chat box so that I will also get to know that you are all painting and you are all understanding what I'm telling. Okay. So if you don't use chat box, I don't know how much you are drawing and where you got stuck, right? Be active in the chat. So now I'm applying green color, dark green, and emerald green. Here a little bit of blue I will give. So here little bit uh, sunlight won't be there. So the value scale says here it should be dark. Okay. So wherever depths are needed, there you should not at all leave the depth points. So here I'll add little more of blue. And rocks I'll start doing the tailings. Can leave like that or you can do anyway. Hmm? Mhm. So here I am applying the layering method. Now take green. So here it is dried now. You can use brush number 0 now. Yes. And here a little more increase the darkness. Here, column here, a bit of leaf structures. Not exactly. Okay. Just yes. So I'll be increasing the little more value scale. When you follow the value scale, you will get to know how to give the dark value and how to add the light value and where to give. Okay. So that's and all you will get through the value scale only. Okay. Okay. So now you can use dark brown with little bit of black. Mix it. So here you can add branch values. Okay. When you have added like this, at the bottom you just mm, make it, just blend it properly. Okay. And the branch values, twig values you need to add. Branch which should be um, thick and dark, and twig value should be thin and little bit light. So instead of using black color, what I did, I used burnt umber so that twig value will be appealing more. Okay. So back side, I'll take white, I'll take little bit of green. Here, I'll add few twig values with white only. Okay. After that, I'll increase here value of this part like this. Okay. So that at a time, both the back side and front side both will be visible. Okay. Now mix black and burnt umber, and here on the stage on the left side you can add little bit of twig values like this. Okay. And always remember, always don't leave the bottom edges sharp. So how, if bottom edges are sharp for tree, how it will look? It will look like it is floating on something. Okay, so you need to smudge it properly. Or you can make grass like this. Use yellow, use green, and make grass like this. Use gombangi hue like this. Okay. So, but bottom it should be like thick, and when it comes up, you will make little bit of stroke values. Now here I am adding white color so that highlight value will be visible even in the grass parts. Okay. Now I'll mix burnt umber. Simply burnt sienna, black color, you mix. That's it. That's it and enough. Okay. Now this side you can add little more branch value and as well twig values. Here also same thing. Like this. See, sharp edge at down, how it is looking? It is looking like it is floating in the air, right? So we don't need that floating surface and all. So you add little bit of color and smudge it properly like this so that it will smudge. It will feel like it is somewhere in the down. Roots are down somewhere. Okay. So like that you need to make it out. Now here I'll add little more value scale with green color. Okay. So this is uh, main stem branch study. Now I'll add very smooth lines, smooth stems where I can see only stems, not tree bark like this. Okay. Here also you need to make sure the down bottom part should be smudged inside the tree part. Now I'll take sky blue as well as white for the sky part. So here I'm using wet on, dry. You can make it white or you can make it blue. Any color you can do. So I want it little bit of blue. So first I'll apply blue like this and I'll smudge properly. Then I'll take tissue, I lift the color so that the cloud structure will pop up. Okay. Now the basic color structure is completed. So on the rocks, it won't be like here. See, uh, if you observe this part, this tree shadow should fall on the rock, right? So how you will show? You'll show with green color. And this is the shadow of the tree. Next, here also shadow should be visible. You can use any type of color like green, not only green, you can use yellow ochre and you can make it out like this. Okay, so that is the shadow value as well the value of the sunlight. Okay, now I'll increase the value here with green. This. This is the value of the shadow. Next, I'll take little bit of blue here. I'll add like this and I'll lift the color. Okay, for the rocks, there will be some depth here. So I'll add depth like this. I know that there will be depth. Okay. So to differentiate the colors, you need to understand the depth. Okay. So you should not rub too much here because already we have applied 2 to 3 layers. So you need to be very careful. Now I'll take burnt umber so that I can add fine lines. Okay. So you just move your brush like this and add the fine lines on the rock structures. So I'll increase little more darker value near to the water flow. Like this. And after increasing the value here, I need to add eventually the white color, white strokes. Okay. So what happens, it will add the glazing form to your water flow. Now I'll clean the brush properly. And this side, I want it little more dark here. So everyone, are you able to follow? If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay. Now eventually what you need to do, take white color, add strokes. Okay. So white spacing is also important. Now I will increase little bit of browns. So that the yellow won't be visible more. I want it to be really dark. Here. So till here everyone do. Till here finish it. Now take smaller brush or brush number 6 or brush number 0, anything. Okay, now take black color. Okay, and for the tree bark, you just add wherever needed. There and all you need to add black color like this. Though it might not look visually more, but it will add tiny, 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 tiny values. Okay, even for the grass. So don't mistake that it is an outline way. No, it's not an outline. Just like black highlights I'm doing. Okay, and now here for the rocks also you can make some black color. With the black color you can make like this. And here I see that I need to increase little bit of green part. So I'll increase green. I feel to increase green here. So I want a little bit more green. Like this. Okay. So this part is completely dried now. So I can make some foggy effect with white color. So that is the final step which I'm going to do now. Here I leave dots. You hold brush like this. And we like this. Just like foggy effect. When you are near to the waterfall, you will see the fogs. White bubbles are coming from water. Okay, that effect we need to add. So I will add it like that. Here I'll add little more water. Okay, so here also last step, this part. Hold your brush with one hand and make few drops. Okay, so that's it. So this is the artwork. So like this, you need to add your own imaginative thoughts. Don't copy directly from the reference image. See, if portrait, if you are doing, that means you need to do whatever you see in the portrait. As it is, you need to do. Okay, you can't change the face. But when you are doing with landscapes or still life, you can take advantage of the nature's work and you can add your own ideas. Just write your name. In this. Okay. Kindly share your artwork after once it is finished. Okay. And thank you for joining the class. If you have any questions, you can ask now. Thank you. So share your artwork to my WhatsApp number. In the chat itself, we have mentioned the number. Thank you. Okay, then bye everyone. I think everyone has completed. Still 2 more minutes I'll give. If you have any questions, you can ask, or if you want to talk with me, you can ask. And if kindly send your artwork to my WhatsApp number. 2 more minutes to go. Okay then. Bye everyone.